Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're back. We're going to be talking about ARCADE1UP. That's right. Justin Console Kits is talking about ARCADE1UP again. What's going on? So it's been almost 6 months since I've made any content on this platform, on this channel. But today there is something that's actually exciting me. So let's talk about that excitement. Now, first of all, let's define excitement. Let's make sure those excitements are regulated and understood. This is not me freaking out and thinking there's such amazing things on ARCADE1UP.com that we got to go check out. No. Let's say the Star Wars arcade cabinet from ARCADE1UP that came out in 2019. Let's call that a 10. We're just saying that's a 10, okay? Let's just say that's a 10. And then down below, like a 1 would be some of those re-release Pac-Mans that just like, why did they even come out with that? Or like the Dig Dug cabinet with the bad monitor. Let's say that's a 1. Where are we feeling with this new announcement? It's like a 5, okay? It's like a 5. But the reason why it's a 5 is what I think will be interesting. So here we are on ARCADE1UP's website. What is it? There's an NBA Jam Deluxe Feel the Heat edition, I guess, coming out, and we want to talk about why this one is interesting. Now, first of all, if you go over to Amazon, you can see $4.99. Now, here's the deal. Link in the description, not affiliate link. No shilling going on here. Not trying to sell you anything. In fact, don't buy this cabinet. I'm going to give you a reason why you shouldn't buy this cabinet, okay? But I'm interested in talking about it for this reason. NBA Jam Deluxe 2-player edition. Now, let's look at that word deluxe. It's interesting that they're calling this a deluxe. This is debuting. Its initial release price is a $4.99 price. But previously, they had come out with the deluxe version already, but it's a 30th anniversary. Okay, so this is a warm welcome. We wanted this deluxe NBA Jam that's just not the Shaq Jam, and here we got to get rid of ARCADE1UP is shilling themselves to Google. We'll talk about that in just a second. We'll talk about it. So here's the NBA Jam 4-player edition. This price is $5.99. Order at Shop Hippo. That's what's on their website. Now, for $5.99, there's a different version of the NBA Jam cabinet out there as well. Let's talk about that particular unit. So there's all these different units that you could potentially purchase for NBA Jam if you're interested. This is the Shaq edition. Now, while it says $6.99 on the website, if you hop over to Best Buy, which will load in just a second, hold on a second, just give me a minute, there it is, you'll see that it's $6.99. But I've actually seen this XL version price less than that. I swear that I saw a $5.99 version of NBA Jam XL just recently, and I'm wondering why I cannot find it now. So perhaps I was confused about the pricing. I will admit that. And, okay, I guess I'm wrong. I've seen this price lower. Believe me. Oh, God, believe me. Okay. Light Up Edition. Super jumbo size XL version with this large marquee. Let's just call it the $6.99, but I swear I saw it lower. Hold on one second. I'm editing this video right now, and this is the part I'm going to splice in. Yeah, it is $5.99 on Amazon. So you're right, Past Justin. The pricing is all weird because there's a XL version of the Shaq edition for $5.99, and then this new deluxe one is like $4.99, so there's only a $100 difference between the two machines, but don't buy either of them because there's something wrong with both of them. Like, for example, this one has a really bad monitor in it, so it's probably not worth the price. Anyway, back to the video. Just this morning on my phone, maybe they're playing tricks on me. They know that I connected on my phone for the price of the $5.99, but maybe they raised the price to $6.99 because Best Buy just released the Deluxe 1.5 version. I don't know. Okay, we got to talk about this. I'm all over the place. I'm going to calm down here. It's been a while since I've done YouTube. I got this. Okay, check this out. NBA Jam XL version, that's what we're calling it. The Shaq edition. It's got a 19-inch monitor, but it's not the good BOE. It's the crappy AOU monitor that is got the it doesn't look as good, okay? So I never purchased this one. $6.99. That is an option. That's the Shaq edition. But keep in mind, there's also this new one, and then there was this other one here from Shop Hippo. What is the difference? Let's look closely. It's more than just the 4-player, okay? Look at this one, the 30th anniversary version, and look at the base here. Look at how that base looks. Do you see that base? Give me some more base. That's right. Check out that base. It's a 4-player, and then look how wide this cabinet is. Let's take a look at it. 22.4 and then 18.8. This is the 4-player edition, and we're talking about the depth of the unit here, right there, 22.4 for this deluxe model, okay? This deluxe model, currently available at $5.99, the 4-player version. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Everyone say they understand. 22.4 in depth, 63 inches tall, 18.8 wide. Now let's go over to the new version. It looks weird. But for that weirdness, you get a $4.99, you get a price drop. But let's look closely at this, okay? If you go look at this machine, 61.5 inches tall. From the top of the back of the marquee to the bottom is the 61.5. We're going to come over to, let's just get rid of that because we're not talking about that one. The Shop Hippo one, 63. So we're going to go down just a few inches, right? Okay, now what about, this is the 4-player cabinet, 22.4 inches in depth, right? From the back to the front, to the back to the corner of the actual machine. And then you hop over to this version, 18.4. They shrunk this. And there's more to it. Watch this. Look. It's 18.4, but there's it's to the edge of this little footrest. I don't know what to call it. There's this little foot thing in the front. This, my friend, is what I would call a cost reduction version of the Deluxe. This is like a Deluxe 2.0 or a Deluxe 1.5. This is clearly them cutting corners on the machine. Now, why am I excited about this? Because you're like, whoa, they just took the Deluxe version and made it cheaper and then forwarded that cost savings to us. I don't know. I think they increased their margins is what they did, because I swear I have seen a deluxe version of the ARCADE1UP NBA Jam for $4.99. Am I wrong? Have I been away from home arcade for so long that I don't understand their pricing? Very well could be. Very well. But to me, the value of this machine would be prime at $3.99. $3.99 would be a, fine price for this version. But it's a weird version of the cabinet. And I'm not quite certain if this is the caliber of machine that I'd be interested in purchasing, because it's got a new form factor that's weird. Let's just call it odd. It's very odd. So they made the machine kind of more square, if you will, but it's got this foot, it needs that extra few inches of the machine to even make it to 18.4. This side panel is less than 18.4 according to these drawings. It's 18.4 and then 18.6 wide, okay? We're already whoa, these machines were too wide, but now the depth is getting smaller, which makes the back end of this cabinet look very odd. Where have I seen this design before? Let me show you what I think this design is. I'm going to go over here. We're going to type in, what is it? The Casino-cade. The ARCADE1UP Casino-cade had something similar. $4.99 price for the Casino-cade. It has the foot from the Casino-cade. This is them. This is ARCADE1UP taking the failed Casino-cade and going, you know what we should do is take the NBA Jam cabinet. No one's buying the Shaq edition because the monitor is not that great. And what we'll do is we'll take the design that we learned from the Casino-cade and we're going to apply it to the NBA Jam. But why am I interested in this machine? Well, I'll tell you why I'm interested. Because this is technically some sort of innovation from ARCADE1UP. Although not great, although it's not like this big innovation from ARCADE1UP, it is something to show that they invested some amount of money, something greater than zero, to come up with a product difference in the market that would potentially draw people back in to the home arcade scene. Because, to my understanding, there has been zero innovation from ARCADE1UP for over a year. My understanding of ARCADE1UP is about a year ago, they let go of the CEO, they let go of the senior vice president, and they promoted people that have not been in the industry for 20 years into executive positions. And the reason why they did that is because they could not make the sales numbers, so the investment company took over the company. ARCADE1UP is no longer ran by the founders of ARCADE1UP, but instead ran by an investment company that's trying to spend the least amount of money to get the highest amount of margins. And so they evidently had to spend some money in designing a new NBA Jam cabinet to try to get this IP, this partnership they have with Midway, to be able to get this cabinet to sell. And that is somewhat exciting. Even though the design might not be the greatest, let's take a look at it. So it's got these little signs on the side that show the NBA logo. It's got 3 buttons right on the top. So maybe it's not very moddable. If you wanted to add more games to it, maybe you could, I don't know, play some beat-em-up games on it with that 3-button configuration. Maybe. Probably not. Most likely this is a cabinet that you would buy and keep it the way it is. It's going to be released in August of 2024. Hopefully it has a nice light-up marquee. Did they change the size? Is this still the higher quality? And there's one thing that I find interesting in the art display, and I'd like to know for sure if this is what they're doing. Where is the seam? Where is the seam on this cabinet? So I was trying to look closer at this part right here and wonder, see, those are little, where you would put a screw for the screw cover. So is the seam like right there? Or is the seam like through the art? And I thought maybe an interesting design would be is if you could get that seam right in that black part of the basketball. If you were able to do that, then it would look okay. But this basically looks like a 17-inch countercade, if you will, that's sitting on top of a stand that has a smaller depth than usual, just a thicker bottom, with this kind of like your feet will touch this little foot stand. I don't know what to call it, like a foot stand. I don't know. Let's look at what a person looks like standing next to it. Your feet are, I don't know. Are your feet going to be comfortably away from whatever this little stand is? Or is your foot going to almost touch it and be really annoyed that it's sticking out? I don't know. Maybe it's seamless with the control panel, so it won't be an issue. Let's look at the side here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. See, here's the thing. I'm all for an innovation of a new cab size. And they're like, look, we have an LCD monitor. It's not CRTs anymore. So we can make the cabinets thinner, and you kind of put it up to the wall, and it gives the illusion that, it's a full-size cabinet somehow. But, of course it's not. I'm all for that. Except for you gotta bring the price down when you're doing some type of cost reduction model, and I don't really know if $499 is the right price. Don't buy this unit. No. you buy whatever you want to buy, but I'm not recommending it. I'm not here shilling affiliate links down in the bottom. I just want to talk about my gut reaction, but I don't want to be mean. You in the chat might be going like, wow, Justin's being really mean and critical about it. I'm not being mean and critical. I'm just telling you how I think. If you want to buy the cabinet, then buy the cabinet. I don't care. But these are the cautionary tales that I'm looking at and going, to me, there's one company that I worked for in the past, they would do these cost reduction measures to get the product price down. And that's what I see this to be. But the price reduction doesn't feel right. Like it should be $399. Am I wrong? Has inflation taken over in the home arcade space where $499 is something that we're actually excited about? Maybe, I don't know. But it's a new ARCADE1UP cabinet that came out with a new design, and that new design got my interest enough to make this video. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.